When you travel to Dunsmuir and you take the exit, I think it's 729 Dunsmuir Boulevard, this is part of the way in to Dunsmuir. It's one of the exits or entrances. And after about 3/4 of a mile, you come to this sign that says Dunsmuir City Limits. And what's interesting about this is that since this is the first part of the city, the first thing you come up to, which is real interesting, is a bus stop. And this land in here, this area in here, is a cemetery. So I would guess you would say the first historical site to Dunsmuir is a cemetery, of all things. But there's a lot of veterans that are buried here, a lot of children, a lot of children's graves, and the community too. A lot of Christian folk in the cemetery. As you can see, it's really a lot of trees. It's a beautiful area, and a great place. It's quiet. Right by the railroad tracks, if you go down this road a little bit, there's a cliff and there's the railroad tracks. Well, since this town doesn't have a lot of money, they don't have a lot of resources to take care of the cemetery. But there are some elaborate headstones here, grave sites. And what they recently did was they built this this flag for memorial for the cemetery. I guess that's the term used. I'm not sure. But I'm told that every year they're going to have a ceremony here on Memorial Day. And so they took the time to build this. And they're going to have a ceremony in a couple weeks when we have Memorial Day, which I want to be part of. So being part of that, this area doesn't have a area for veterans. So there's a lot of mixed grave sites with veterans, Christian folk. Veterans can be Christians too, I guess, yeah. But you can see how quiet and peaceful this area is. But with a lot of trees, a lot of leaves, a lot of debris. And that's what I want to do. I want to be part of cleanup so the loved ones can come here and remember their fallen ones. There's something to be said about a cemetery that has veterans and children. You can see someone has left that for a fallen child. Little booties. Sad. But I'm going to talk to some people and going to see whether or not they want to help out. Tomorrow is the day that they're having a community cleanup, and I'm going to be part of that with Jana. So this is the area that I chose to do a preliminary cleanup before the crew comes in tomorrow. Not sure what to expect, but I decided to do my own little area and take care of some stuff here. So I got my rake out, my weed whacker, and my blower. And I did a little area here. A lot of leaves. And so Frank and Brian, I spoke to last week, said all I have to do is just make piles and they'll clean it up. And Brian and Frank, they are from the city, which told me about what they're going to do for memorial service, Memorial Day service, I should say. So there's still a lot of work to be done. Some grass needs to be cut, I should say weeds. Not a lot of water, a lot of shade, so grass doesn't grow as well. And they can't use a lot of water because water is precious up here. But this is what I did for this day. I can't do any more. I ran out of energy with my weed whacker and ran out of energy for me too. So we're going to continue this story tomorrow and see what the day unfolds. So we're going to be here about 8 o'clock, and so will you. There you have it.